say he's dull because, well, dullness is relative, but suffice to say, Nelson Tethers doesn't seem like the kind of guy who, comes to work on Monday morning with unbelievable stories about an unbelievable weekend. I mean, sitting on a porch and doing crossword puzzles, it's kind of a believable and objectively uninteresting story. Unless, of course, he happens to mention unconsciously scribbling the name of a mysterious village on said crossword, in which case, riddle me this, riddle me that, Nelson Tethers suddenly has a very interesting life, if not an interesting hat. It's Puzzle Agent for the PlayStation 3. A downloadable game for the PlayStation Network, Puzzle Agent stars the aforementioned Tethers, an FBI detective who specializes in solving puzzles. In fact, he works at the Puzzle Research Division, which is a testament to the character's vanilla personality, as well as the game's irresistibly dry sense of humor.
According to the agency, there's some kind of thing going on at the local eraser factory. The whole plant is shut down. There's a weird man staring at me.
Tethers is sent on an investigation to a snowy town in northern Minnesota, where an accident has shut down a pretty important eraser factory. You pair that silly story with the game's cartoony art style, and you might think Puzzle Agent is a silly game. It's not. In fact, the thing that makes Puzzle Agent so interesting isn't even its puzzles. They're actually the weakest part of the game. The best thing about Puzzle Agent is how its writing and presentation come together to fashion a game that's surprisingly thick with atmosphere. The humor so characteristic of Tethers' world is balanced, if not highlighted, by an unsettling eeriness. I mean, this snowy little town can be a really creepy place.
Solved. Now maybe you can relax a little.
With the whispers, if it's an acrostical enigma, maybe it's a Baltimore trans deletion. The whispers.
Or not.
And obviously, a lot of that atmosphere has to do with said art style. Puzzle Agent is drawn and designed by the cartoonist Graham Annable, and his work really gives the game an interesting vibe. The characters in this world are perpetually wide-eyed, staring out at the player in an unblinking trance, and their pale complexions are whiter than the snow that so heavily blankets their town. And it's that combination of normal situations with these decidedly abnormal-looking aesthetics that makes the game so creepy. But unfortunately, the funny writing and stark eeriness can't quite compensate for the game's underwhelming puzzles. Puzzle Agent follows a formula that fans of Professor Layton should be familiar with, interspersing lots of riddles throughout its narrative. But unfortunately, these puzzles aren't nearly as compelling as the Professor's. Puzzle Agent relies heavily on logic tests that really aren't at all that puzzling, let alone diverse. And another problem with the puzzles is their frequent unclarity. Even after reading the instructions, you're sometimes more stumped about what to do than how to do it. But despite its flaws, this game still had me hooked. It has a unique style and a very unusual atmosphere, especially for a puzzle game. In fact, it's hard not to like Nelson Tethers, and it's hard not to like Puzzle Agent, another winner from Telltale Games.
Lost it. I still have the film negative though.
I must have gotten lost. I thought your directions were taking me to the hotel.
They did.
I'm standing in front of the hotel, aren't I?
Yeah,
Thanks a lot.
welcome.